If you've been dealing with depression or tiredness and can't seem to move forward and you feel stuck, then this video is for you. I've been dealing with depression for many years, so I've developed a fair few tools and strategies to help me out. In the last couple of days, I've been feeling a bit of a depression. I've been feeling held back from doing the things that I want to do. Let's say effortlessly. I feel like I can't effortlessly move forward with the things that I want to do, despite moving through them eventually. Hence the tools and strategies that I'm going to talk about that have helped me. So this morning, as soon as I woke up, I felt it. I just felt that I had this heaviness in me that did not want to get started into the day. So what I would have done in the past is get myself up and just move through it like a kind of in a stoic way, you know? Just let's get up, let's get over it, do what I need to do, get in the shower, make myself breakfast, you know, move into the day, do something productive, do something creative, do something, you know, health and fitness wise, do something that will make me feel good. Instead, what I've learned really helps is not to try and force myself to do anything. Don't force anything on myself. Don't kind of like have any expectations of myself. Let them all go. They'll be there when I come out of this. The expectations that we have of ourselves, they're not going anywhere. They'll be there. So we can let them go for a little bit. So what I did was I laid in bed. I had the morning. I had nothing in my schedule. I knew that I had some time. And so I laid there and I felt deeply into my body. I had my hand on my heart. I felt deeply what I was feeling, what I was carrying from the day before, what I was carrying from the previous couple of days, what I've been carrying for God knows how long. And so I just felt what was going on in my body. I acknowledged the fact that there was something in my mind that was trying to get me to rush, get me up and going, and to just kind of like ignore what was going on in my body that was causing the feeling of depression. So I've learned to just be present with myself, to not try and force some kind of outcome, to try and force some kind of result from myself, to show up business as usual, even when it doesn't feel like that. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm all that great. So I decided to be present with my body. I decided to just lay there. I ended up laying in bed for about an hour, literally just feeling. Just feeling. That's all I was doing. You might say that this is some form of meditation. I suppose it is in a way. But really what I wanted to do was just be present with what was going on. What was going on with this, with all this, the tightness in the chest, the feeling of achiness in my legs, the feeling of, you know, I've been trying to get over a flu, right, for the last 3 weeks. So my energy has been low. So I take into account that I needed to rest way more in the last couple of weeks than I usually would need. But I am actually someone that needs a lot of rest. I fight it often, but I am someone that needs a lot of rest. Maybe you're someone that needs a lot of rest and you don't give yourself the permission to truly melt into rest. So while I'm laying here for almost an hour, and I'm not saying that this has to be for an hour. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 20 seconds of just truly melting in to yourself and allowing yourself to be as you are. I feel like I repeat myself a lot, but the teaching that has been the most powerful for me, that I want to teach, the ability to surrender, the ability to kind of surrender into yourself. We are so quick to want to change things about ourselves. You know, we want to be somewhere else. We want to feel something else. And we're quick to deny whatever's going on in our body. So what I'm trying to get across to you is what's going on in your body right now. What's causing the tiredness? What's causing the depression? Have you truly given yourself permission to rest? Have you truly given yourself permission to just be for a moment, for a day, for a week? Many of us don't know how to do that. We don't know how to just allow ourselves to be. And the thing about this is that once we finally allow ourselves to rest and we finally allow ourselves to be, this is when the ideas come. This is when the energy comes back in. This is when the zest for life comes back in. Okay? So what I found was that although I can still feel my body yearning for rest, so I'm going to do that after this. What I found after just surrendering for an hour, you know, and allowing the thoughts of, oh, I'm being lazy, I've got stuff to do, what about my goals? What about the space of time before work that I have that I can be productive within? I just allowed the thoughts to be there, but I ignored them. What I was truly tuned into was my feelings and what was I feeling deep within myself, and being truly present with how I felt, like you would be present with a best friend that you really love. You know, any person in your life that you really love that came to you in a moment of need, right? Be there for yourself in a moment of need, because you need it. Your body is clearly saying to you that you're tired, that you're depressed, that you need rest, right? But we are so quick to deny that for ourselves. Why? So once I finally felt the inspiration, okay, I've truly just surrendered. I've been there for myself. For me, in this occasion, it didn't just take 5 minutes. It didn't just take 15. I was there for about 55 minutes. Sometimes that's what it takes. And so I got up and I went about my day with a renewed sense of vitality, with a renewed sense of, okay, I can move through this day now. And then came the question of what action can I take, right? I've had the inaction of truly surrendering and being with myself and allowing myself to come out of that naturally. The action I wanted to take was I wanted to go for a swim. I wanted to move my body around. I hadn't been for a swim for a while. I wanted to go for a swim and move my body and go for a sauna. Clear out these sinuses that have been full of snot. I'm going to cut that one out. Nah, I'll leave it in. Again, once I came home, I had done the action that made my body feel good. But again, this feeling of depression, you've got to be patient. You've got to be so patient. If you're someone that has experienced depression, then you are someone that has a theme of patience. You need to be patient. Patient with yourself, patient with life. So I came home from the pool I had a good swim, I had a good sauna session. And again, I just felt like a potato. I felt like I needed to just sit and just be again. All I wanted to do was just be. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't think that I'd get in front of this camera, okay? Because all I wanted to do was just be. So I allowed myself. I laid on my bed, and again, I ignored the, oh, you're lazy. Oh, you're not doing enough. Oh, you're not good enough. Because I measure my worth often based on what I do, my output, what I create. And it's something I've been working with and becoming tuned into more and more, because I recognize that it doesn't serve me. It doesn't make me more productive. It doesn't make me more creative. If anything, it just kind of fills me with shame. And you can't create from a place of shame. You can't act from a place of shame. You know, you might be able to whip yourself to go to the gym, or to go for a walk, or to, you know, do something creative or productive, or, you know, do some housework, whatever it may be. But it's not going to come from a good place. It's not going to make you feel better. What will really help you feel better is by giving yourself what you need, which is the rest, the consciousness that your body is seeking, right? Depression, deep rest. To be depressed means you need deep rest. So again, once I had rested enough and truly surrendered, and I don't mean just like laying there with your phone scrolling, okay? Because I do that too, but it's not rest. If you're watching something, or you're scrolling a feed, or you're trying to distract yourself, it's not true rest. It's not truly being present with yourself. The true gifts, can't say gifts, fucking hell. The true healing that you seek is the validation that you need from yourself. You seek validation from yourself to just be, okay? The same validation that you think you will get from being productive and doing something, you know, in your eyes as being great and worthy of like self-love. It's just, in the end, it's just validation. That's what we really want from ourselves, is validation. So I had this inspiration of like, what is something that will make me feel good? Again, an action. It was inaction, action, inaction, action. So I decided that I wanted to make a video about this experience. This is something that I want to share with you. This is a form of action that means a lot to me, which is creating something of value that I can put out into the world. And so essentially, this is how I treat my depression. Setting aside all the kind of interventions that I've taken in terms of healthy diet, enough sleep, etc. This is a solid way that I've found that can treat my depression, which is full permission to rest, full permission to just be, truly being present with yourself during this, truly witnessing your body, ignoring your thoughts that are trying to judge you, that are trying to hold you back, which is just coming from a hurt individual, a hurt inner child. You've learned at some point that to measure your self-worth based on what you do. Okay, if you're like me, and like many of us, we measure our self-worth based on what we do. This is a common problem for men, but I I think that it's a common problem for women too, and for people in general. And when you come out of the rest, naturally, you naturally feel that like the desire to like take some kind of action. That's the moment you can strike on an inspired idea, or you can do something loving for yourself, like take a walk or sit in the sun or go to the gym or create something, or even just do something like pleasant for yourself, which is like whatever it may be. Play a game, watch your favorite show, watch a movie, call up a friend. It won't be coming from a should. It won't be coming from, I have to do this, otherwise I'll feel like shit. I have to do this, otherwise I won't be worth anything. It will be coming from a place of self-love, from a place of appreciation for yourself, an appreciation for your path, an appreciation for what it is you want to do with your life, how you want to live your day. Is it a day of truly just resting, or is it a day where you can create something beautiful, something meaningful? I know depression isn't easy. You know, I've had many days where I didn't follow this, you know, where I beat myself up, sometimes physically. But mostly mentally. I judged myself as not being good enough. I hope this method, this way of approaching your depression, of approaching tiredness and exhaustion, I hope this helps. I hope you truly understand that it's a powerful way of connecting with yourself, connecting with your healing, while also connecting with your path, with your mission, with what it is that matters to you, with your health, with your well-being. Because both action and inaction are needed to live a peaceful life, right? A life in which you're at peace with yourself. You need these times of inaction and complete and utter rest. And you also need these times of inspired action, that they come from a place of self-love and true willingness to want to do it, because you've given yourself the time to rest and just be. If you found this helpful, or if you found that something resonated with you and you want to stay tuned in to more of what I have to say, then I would love if you liked, subscribed. It really helps me out. It really encourages me to want to create more. And yeah, have a lovely day. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. And take it easy.